Alrighty then, and such. I said and such. That's what I said, and I meant every word of it. Okay. Oh, we're gonna go to Tangram Gate. We'll check out the gates real quick, see if there's anything going on there, and then pretty much all that's left is to advance the plot by doing the police station quest. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ah, crap. I can't start dozing off. You can get fired for that. Noah's gonna get in trouble if he keeps yawning and dozing like that. I tried to combine dozing and yawning, and I got dawning. What the beep? Don't get off my back if Deputy Commander Bales finds out. Oh yeah, you guys are that new police squad or whatever, right? If you need the Deputy Commander, her office is on the second floor of the gate. Pretty sure she's in right now. I don't need her, but we can talk to her anyway. It's always such a thrill to hear the thundering sound of the trains when they pass by the gate. Oh yeah, you say the same thing. A few people do, but most of them have something new to say. I have a shift to take care of over at Crossbell Station later today. One of my guardsman buddies, Romeo, is typically posted there, so I might just get to say hi. And he's just a DJ, and a bad one at that. The bus coming from Calvert should be arriving just a bit past noon. Alright, time to brace myself for the rush. Indeed. Do-do-do-do. I've been informed that... Okay, yeah, you say the same thing. You can just be quiet. Nobody's ever in this room. That room's always very, very lonely. Deputy Commander Bales couldn't care less if you're male or female. If you have skill, then that's what she'll take note of. Because of that, we have to work harder than what we're used to, but it's totally worth it. Because that's how it should be. Mucker futher. How you doing? The guardsmen should be in the middle of conducting their daily patrols. Since there's been an influx of new tourists, we have to be even more vigilant than usual. You never know what might happen. After all, Crossbell isn't the safest place in the world. Remember Stargazer's Tower? Do I ever? But keep up the good work, Noelle. If you ever need us, just give us a ring. We got you back. Is this what they call grandstanding? What's that supposed to mean? Come now, Tio. You don't have to be that frank with Randy. Mademoiselle, come on. Tell her she's being crazy. Randy, if it's any consolation, I didn't think you were being patronizing or anything. I appreciate that, but you have to go so far to as comfort someone like me. Hang in there, Randy. Okay, you can drop the drama queen act, Randy. Meh. I heard an interesting story recently. Apparently a fight broke out between some delinquents and bracers, and you decided to intervene. Crap, you heard about that? We have a perfectly sound reason for everything that happened yesterday. I don't want to hear your excuses. Dissidents or not, it's unacceptable for the police to lay their hands on citizens. Well, that's what I would normally say. Huh? In reality, police work requires you to subdue criminals whether you'd like to or not. However, you're the Special Support Section. Far from a traditional police squad, you have the advantage of tackling things unconventionally. If you're dealing with riled-up delinquents, perhaps finding something they can vent their frustration isn't a bad idea. That's how I see it. Are you sure you should be saying things like that to us, Deputy Commander? I don't see why I should be the one to scold you if Sergei didn't find it necessary. Heh, just continue to do as you have been, alright? Will do, ma'am. She doesn't press rules without reason, and she's able to adapt her approach on the fly. She really does seem like the ideal boss. However, keep in mind that unconventional methods can bring in unexpected results. Never forget to think long and hard about what sort of outcome your actions will bring. Do that, and then act accordingly. There you go. That's how we do things here in the Mushroom Kingdom. Long. Whoa, Altair looks so tiny from all the way out here. I'm somewhat moved thinking about how we managed to cross the Great Tangram Hill. Yeah, well... that's how it goes, man. Okay, good times being had here in the Mushroom Kingdom. Going up to the roof. There's that awesome view. You know, I feel a bit relieved to see all the Calvardians laughing and smiling when they stop by the gate. Before the Non-Aggression Pact was signed, terrorism was rampant here. That's no good. That's no good, man. You can't put a price on peace. We really have a fantastic view here. Despite my complaints, I can never settle down when I go to the city. With that in mind, guarding the border isn't too shabby. Well, that's something to think about. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Why do I do that? Do-do-do. Forget what floor I'm on. It's not even noon yet, and my stomach is already yelling at me for grub. I wonder if anyone would do me a solid and bring me a snack. Meh. You would have to file a request. I better finish the rest of the food prep and fast. Once the Calvardian bus shows up, it's gonna get insanely busy in here. I imagine so. What's up? You looking to get some rest here? Not particularly. Nah, it's alright, man. We're alright. Okay. Now we'll go check out the other gate. See if there's anything going on there before we advance the plot. Taking the bus. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Bum 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 bum. Notice how that one fire car thing's gone now. I guess it got towed away, you know, because of the whole fake license thing that went down. I guess they towed it away. I bet the commander is in a nice cool room now, enjoying himself on the state's dime. We're the ones who have to skip the festivities and work. That guy just infuriates me to no end. You tell him, Carter. Occasionally we see tourists from Erebonia attempt to walk to the city staying on the highway. The majority of them are spoiled rich guys who can't understand how harsh the highway can be. We essentially did the same thing when we hiked to Armorica Village. His statement was painfully true. Cross Bellins not only have trains, but buses too. I'm so jealous of how convenient things are here. If only they built a train station and had bus stops near my house. If they did, I'd be coming to Crossbell whenever I had the chance. Dash squares remind you of the robot puzzle. Oh! The robot puzzle that made you salty. He's so late. Maybe I should leave him behind and head on to Crossbell City. Maybe you should. Do 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 do. Da na 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 na. Bum ba da bum. Mace of Zeus style, even. The armored car's not here anymore. They finally moved it. Huh? Where'd she go? I even told her to wait here while I grabbed a quick bite to eat. Dude, she's outside. We're waiting on you. As of now, I don't have anything unusual to report. Okay. Phew, I think I survived rush hour. My whole life I've heard people talk about how straightforward and solemn the Erebonian people are, but I guess they also love festivals. That they do. Da na 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 na. Anything interesting going on in here? Nope. Not at all. We have yet to see this commander, by the way. Like, we keep hearing about his unprofessional shenanigans, but we've never seen him. Phew, I don't particularly dislike paperwork, but it can be tough. Well, of course it is. The warrant officer, Muriel. I know as a warrior through and through. When it comes to combat, she's one of the best Belgard Gate has to offer. Not a single one of the guys out here stands a chance against her. Sitting in a chair and filling out papers all day is way too dull for a gal like you. Ah, you make it sound like I'm some sort of musclehead. Oh, I didn't mean for it to come out like that. Those compliments came right from the sincerest place in my heart, I'll have you know. Can you just leave me alone? Despite how things may look, I'm extremely busy right now. Just leave me alone, Randy. Poor Muriel. How you doing? Phew, good thing this place is finally starting to settle down. Just a little while longer and all we'll have to worry about is guarding the border. It's Dean! Whoa, one wrong step and I'll fall to the bottom of the canyon. Ah, this is freaking nuts! Indeed it is. I hear that's what happened to Blazer Dragon. Do 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 do. Brood said he needed a smoke, so I volunteered to watch the border alone. Normally that's not allowed, but the commander isn't here. It'll just be our little secret. I know it's my job, but watching the same scenery every single day can get boring. I imagine so. Dashed squares style. Do 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 do. No, 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 no. I always do that. That's not what's going down. Quokka! Whenever I go on sightseeing trips, I always have to check out the local cuisine. I wonder what sort of food awaits me in Crossbell. Yesterday, Stella put a little bit of extra fruit on my plate. Is she trying to send me a message? Something like, do your best today, okay? Pretty sure she does that for everyone, man. Can't a guy dream, Randy? Why do you have to ruin everything? It looks like I still have some time before the next bus arrives. My stomach's growling, too. Yeah, I'm gonna get some food real quick. Stella! Yesterday, when I put some fruit in the soldiers' meal as an extra treat, a bunch of them came and thanked me afterwards. Huh, I don't see what's wrong with treating them to something nice every once in a while. It's probably going to cut into our profit margin, though. Maybe. But I won't tell if you won't. Beyond! I'm always hearing the soldiers complain about that commander of theirs. Hey, I can't blame them. I hate that high and mighty attitude of his, too. If he at least knew how to hold a rifle properly, maybe he'd be bearable. But the only thing he's good at is barking out orders. Well, isn't that what a commander's supposed to do? Where the heck am I? Well, whatever. Alright. Let's get out of here. I've had enough of these dashed squares. It's starting to piss me off. So we can go and report these quests and then go to the police station to advance the plot. Bum 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 bum. What do we got going on here? Reporting the questicles. Mine monster cleanup, 4 DP, 3000 Mira. Stalker investigation, 3 DP, 1500 Mira. Old America Road monster extermination, 4 DP, 2000 Mira. Nice. Alright. We're still holding out on that one until a certain point where we can do it properly. Alright. To the police station! Because reasons chocolate chew. No. Thank you. Good boy. Do. How you doing, sirs and ma'ams? How you doing? There's a symposium being held at City Hall later today. I don't think the average person's going to be interested in it, but apparently scholars from across the continent will be in attendance. I hear Steve Peterson's going to be there. The mayor, the IBC CEO, and Mr. Grimwood will be there participating on Crossbell's behalf. Hey guys, good work yesterday. Sounds like you played a big part alongside the Bracers in dealing with the dissidents. Well, I'm not sure I'd call it a big part. To be honest, I feel like we might not have taken things quite as seriously as police officers should. Yeah, you might have a point. Either way, I'm pretty sore from all that running around. Serves you right. Seriously though, good job, guys. I heard he participated in a Q&A session, and he ended up firing like 6 people. So that didn't go so well. Good to see you, Inspector Donovan. We're here to ask about the support request you submitted. Are you free right now? Ah, yes. Thank you for coming, everyone. Yeah, we really appreciate your help. Well, obviously. So what exactly does the request entail? Judging by the submission, it sounds like it was quite urgent. Yeah, let's have a quick meeting to go over the details right now. Have a seat, guys. Roger. There is no Roger! Something's telling me that we got some legit police work ahead of us. So we're gonna have a meeting General Leo style. Now then, about the reason we've called you in today. Well, we want the Special Support Section to help us expose a counterfeit dealer, who should be on their way to Crossbell as we speak. A counterfeit dealer? What? Counterfeit dealers are a variety of scammer who put fake logos on famous brand name goods on inferior products to trick customers. They can potentially seal in any type of product, but tend to favor high-end or luxury goods such as clothing or ornaments. Or, drugs. Selling counterfeits qualifies as a minor criminal offense under Crossbell state law. I didn't like Steve Peterson's press conference. He was strident, arrogant, defensive, and not typical of Husker class. That's Steve Peterson to a T. She really had all that memorized? 'Cause yeah, that's the gist of it. Every year, loads of counterfeit dealers tried their hand in Crossbell, posing as tourists. High-class watches from the Verne Company, vintage Strega products, not to mention a boatload of septium trinkets. Taking advantage of unsuspecting customers has earned these crooks a whole lot of mira. The thought of them preying on innocent people just to make a quick buck really ticks me off. Let me get this straight. You want us to help you take these guys down? Exactly. It hurts me to say, but we get countless police reports filed by their victims every year. If we leave them unchecked for too long, it's going to hurt manufacturers and retailers trying to make a living too. We'll need to crack down on these guys if we want to restore people's faith in the CPD. You're right. Okay, I understand the situation. If you truly think the SSS is suited for the job, then allow us to help you. Excellent. I'm in your debt. Okay, so what would you like for us to do? Here's the deal. We've narrowed down their point of entry to 3 spots: Crossbell Station, the airport, and Tangram Gate. We've never actually been into the airport at this point. We've got the station and the airport covered, so I'd like you guys to keep watch at Tangram Gate. Dude, we were just there! The 2nd Division is short-staffed, so we can't afford to send people anywhere outside the city. And that aside, I'm pretty sure you guys are well acquainted with Deputy Commander Bales, right? Since this case falls under border patrol measures, coordinating with her unit will be key. That's why I thought you guys would be a good choice. It's as you say. I wouldn't be surprised if she were more willing to cooperate with us than with other CPD officers. We think the odds are that we'll be able to finish the job without having to see her. Okay, looks like we've got everything in order. Like the one report that showed a bunny on a Duracell pack. We'll start by covering the airport and station. You guys rendezvous over at Tangram Gate, and contact the Guardian Force. Understood. We'll depart for Tangram Gate immediately. Thanks, we're counting on you. See you guys later. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, let's head over to Tangram Gate now. We should explain the situation to Deputy Commander Bales and request her cooperation. Quest exposing the counterfeit dealer started. Nice. So we gotta go back over to Tangram Gate, of course. Even though we were literally just there, but we gotta go right back over there, mucker father. The East Street. Red Blazer style. Tangram Gate. Bum 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 bum. Alright, so we want to go to the second... Where am I going? Yeah, I'm going the right way. What am I talking about? We want to go to the second floor. Do-do-do. We want to talk to you, I do believe. Excuse us, ma'am. Even though we were literally just here talking to you, but now we're back. It means a lot you're turning to us, Deputy Commander. Sergeant Major Seeker. Nice to see you. Hello, you four. Given you came to see me directly, I assume that something's happened. Yes, actually. There's something we'd like to discuss with you, if you don't mind. Lloyd explained that they had come to Tangram Gate in order to figure out how to crack down on counterfeit dealers crossing the border. I think I understand your predicament. You can count on Tangram Gate's cooperation. Thank you, Deputy Commander. Hold up. You guys can afford to spare the manpower? Don't all the border gates get crazy busy during the anniversary festival? No need to worry about that, Randy. As I'm sure you know, border security is the responsibility of CGF guardsmen who are stationed at the gates. Sure, we may be swamped, but I think it's our duty to be involved with this issue of yours. Well put, Seeker. There's no need for the Special Support Section to have any reservations on our behalf. That being said, we are currently short on hands, so the amount of aid we can provide is limited. Any assistance you can provide is welcome. And I know it's sudden, but do you think we'll have an opportunity to interview the incoming passengers from the Republic? According to police intel, the counterfeit dealer should be arriving at Tangram Gate around noon today. Ba-na-na! Noon, Now that you mention it, I believe there is a bus from Calvert scheduled to arrive relatively soon. The CGF logo almost looks like a football. Hooah, hooah. Husker style. If your intel truly is accurate, your dealer should be on board. You know, there's a brief window of time where passengers from the Calvert bus have to wait for the domestic Crossbell bus line to arrive. Usually people waiting for their connecting bus head over to the mess hall to rest or have a quick meal. I heard Steve Peterson had a huge problem with the logo and tried to get it changed, but he failed. Which made him even more salty, so we fired a few coaches. Sounds like we got ourselves a plan, then. First, the Sergeant Major will come up with some excuse to escort the passengers into the mess hall. Next, we'll stroll in, not causing any ruckus, and try to find our counterfeit dealer. If you ever wanted to show off your detective chops, Lloyd, now's your time. Leave it to me. Also, leave it to Beaver. We may have a small window, but it should be enough time to screen most of the passengers. And the bastages. I am curious to see whether we can pull this off without giving ourselves away. I'm kind of starting to feel anxious. You still have a little bit of time until the bus arrives from the Republic. If you stay at the gate, you should have enough time to rest beforehand. How about it? I can have beds prepared for you if needed. We still have some errands to run. Time for some R&R before the bus comes. Think we'll take you up on that offer, Deputy Commander Bales? Very well. I'll have someone call for you when the bus arrives. Until then, use your free time to rest. Yes, ma'am. Football style. It's a bus! Bum 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 bum. How you doing? That guy has a hat on. That's incredibly suspicious. Welcome to Crossbell State, sir. I'm sure you must be tired from your long journey here. Fortunately, it won't be long until the bus to Crossbell City arrives. If you'd like, feel free to rest up in the mess hall while you wait. I think I'll take you up on that. I bet that dude's a criminal. Bum 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 bum. That all of them? Yes, it should be. Here's the passenger list. You should probably give it a quick glance. Noel pulled out the passenger list and handed it to Lloyd. I appreciate it, Sergeant Major Seeker. This is going to be a huge help. 9 passengers total, and we're positive that all of them came from the Republic. Are you sure you are allowed to show this list to people outside the CGF? In a way, this is tantamount to the disclosure of personal information. Deputy Commander Bales already authorized me to give you any information that may assist you in your investigation. And given that no one's name or address is included on the list, we're not leaking any sensitive details anyway. Or so she said. There's the quick and adaptive judgment we've come to expect from the Deputy Commander. Damn. She's scary smart, man. Alright then, thanks for letting us take a look at this, Sergeant Major. Lloyd handed the list back to Noelle. It's no problem. I said. Did anything stand out to you? We're definitely going to need to take a look for ourselves before we draw any conclusions. Well, we should strike while the iron's hot. There's not much time until the bus arrives. We should interview the passengers and try to flush out the counterfeit dealer. Hopefully during the interview one of the hosts won't appear upside down. Agreed. Let's move out. It's go time. Roger. There is no freaking Roger. I believe in you, everyone. Alrighty then. So I think here we just want to talk to everybody. Dude, check her out. Black-haired woman. Oh? You weren't riding on the bus, were you? What? Oh, well, since we got here so late, we decided we'd spend the night. Hopefully that'll fly for now. Heh, is that so? Well, I suppose that's as sound of a reason as any. Enlighten me, madam. What exactly are you doing here in Crossbell? I suppose you could say that I'm searching for a jewel. What sort of jewel are you talking about? A beautiful one. One that can enchant people and rest within this very state. And if I'm successful in obtaining it, I'll have the power to bring a vortex of enthusiasm to the Republic's people. Though I may have to stoop to whatever means necessary in order to see it through. Why is she being so cryptic? Heh, I wouldn't think too hard about it. I came to Crossbow to search for a certain jewel, so to speak. Okay. She has a portrait, so she's obviously important. Wah! Oh, I can't wait until the bus arrives to take me to the land of opportunity. I heard that Crossbow is the ideal place to do business. Mira awaits. Excuse me, sir, you're some kind of merchant, right? Future great merchant, Cheapoo. Exactly right. I deal in rare Calvardian novelties. Seeing an opportunity, I decided to come expand my wares with Crossbell and goods to sell back in Calvard. You run your business all by yourself? Is that not difficult? Despite how things sound, I have quite the wide array of personal connections. I think he has connections with Steve Peterson. All the contacts I've made across Zemuria have given me a huge leg up with business deals. Far more than I could have ever expected. If you'd like, I'd be more than happy to show you my wares. Nah, it's alright, man. You can just calm yourself. Oh dear, oh my, what a handsome young lad. You remind me of my grandson, in fact. Such an air of intelligence, far beyond your years. Thank you. Ma'am, are you from Crossbell? Oh, no, I'm from Calvard, dear. You see, my son's family lives in Crossbell City, so I'm using that as an excuse to have a bit of fun at the festival. If you can believe it, it's been almost 3 years since I last stepped foot in Crossbell. 3 years too long. You sure seem happy, ma'am. Oh, don't call me a hoe. How could I not? After all, it's been so long since I've been able to play with my precious grandson. Feels like it was only yesterday I was playing with him in Michelin Wonderland. I can't wait to see how big he's gotten over the years. My dear grandson, all grown up. So it's probably not her, but then again, you never know. Hey, you four. Don't you think that lady's up to something? Huh? Lady? Which one? The black-haired one sitting over on the other side, wearing the pantsuit. Seems like it. I saw her with the rest of the passengers, but she sticks out like a sore thumb. I'm telling you, she's suspicious. I mean, she is the only one with a portrait, so... It's like she's too calm. I just get the feeling she's not your average lady. Well, it's certainly true that she's not dressed like the typical tourist, and doesn't speak like one either. That aside, did you come to Crossbell to sightsee? Or personal reasons? I guess I'd say that I'm returning home. I've been vacationing in Calvert, but I made sure to come back for the anniversary festival. Actually, why are you wasting your time with me? If you're boarding the bus too, you should really keep an eye on that lady with the black hair. Now, she's suspicious. So are you. I see what you're trying to do. Point the attention on somebody else. I'm on to you, lady. Morning. Are you heading to Crossbell City too? Yeah, something like that. Would you two happen to be on some kind of couples retreat? Huh, is that what it looks like to you? Oh, you are not together then? Haha, if we had a mirror for every time we were asked that. Contrary to what you think, we're siblings, not a couple. Since we barely look alike, people are always getting the wrong impression. We both love to travel, so we go on all kinds of trips together. It's just our thing. Wow, sounds like you two are really close. Well, I'd feel bad if she went places by herself, seeing that she doesn't have a boyfriend. Haha, aren't you hilarious? I'm not the one Mom's always nagging to find that special someone. Ah, well, I guess you got me there. Anyway, you guys all have a good time at the anniversary festival, alright? I know we will. We're siblings, but we don't really look alike. Leads to some false assumptions, sure, but we love to travel too much to let that stop us from going on trips together. How many times have we been mistaken for a couple on this trip now? Oh well, here's hoping we all make some wonderful memories at the anniversary festival. So that's 6 people, there's supposed to be 9, I believe there's 3 more in here. There they are, little bastages. Crossbell has been really scenic so far, and the air is super clean here too. My dad's been to so many countries on his business trips that he never runs out of really cool stories to talk about. You know, traveling by bus has a unique charm to it, cruising along on the open roads. My boy seems to be having a blast too. Oh, are you on a family vacation? Yes, I suppose that's a good way to put it. My son has always supported me through thick and thin, so I wanted to be able to show my love and appreciation for him, hence this trip. You sound like quite the caring father, sir. Come now, I'm going to blush. Since I'm constantly having to go on business trips, I have to take advantage of times like this to show off my fatherly love. That's all there is to it. Wahaha! And then finally you. What do you want? This guy looks like an oddball. He kinda does. He looks shady! Like a referee. Pardon me, sir. Might we ask why you're coming to Crossbell? What's it to ya? Bum 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 bum. Just curious, sir. What the hostility, old man? Got some secret you're hiding? Don't want to let anyone know about that guilty conscience of yours? The hell are you accusing me of? Whoa, Randy! Hey now, no need to get angry. I'm on your wavelength. Crossbell is swarming with all sorts of cuties. Not to mention it's full of fun little places you can take them to. Gotta say, I like your style, man. Want me to tell you about some of my favorite spots? Such shamelessness. Fishing. I came here to fish, okay? Oh, wow. I know it's the anniversary festival and all, but I just came here to fish for some of your freshwater species. Alone. Something wrong with that, punk? Nah, I'm cool with that. Sorry for teasing you, old man. That's one way to get someone to talk. Crude and unusual, but effective. Okay then. Dude. Attention passengers, the bus bound for Crossbell City has just arrived. For those boarding, please head towards Tangram Gates parking lot. The bus is here. Well, let's get going. Yeah, let's go. Ho ho, don't call me a ho. My time to finally reunite with my grandson has nearly arrived. Good times. Da-na-na-na. How'd it go? My assessment is that we do not have enough information to fully determine who the dealer is. And those guys struck me as regular people coming to enjoy the festival. Is there really a criminal hiding in that group? I find it hard to believe. You're being awfully quiet, Lloyd. Did you notice anything? Sort of. There was one person who said something a bit strange. Seriously? What the hell was it? It's still just a hunch, Randy. But right now we need to board that bus so we can put all the pieces together on this. We should be on our way then. Once that bus reaches the city, the passengers are going to split up, and we will not be able to track them down. Good point. Let's hurry over to the bus stop. Let's attack aggressively. The bus is in the parking lot, everyone. I wish I could be of more help, but I've done all I can. I'll be praying for your success. Thanks, Sergeant Major. We'll get it done. Sergeant Newfie, even. Do-do-do-do-do-do. The bus bound for Crossbell is in the parking lot just through the gate, everyone. I wish I could be of more help, but I've done all I can. I'll be praying for your success. Alright, good times. Let's get on that frickin' bus, man. Do it. Don't make me come over there. So I will do it, and you will not freaking like it. I can promise you that. Do, 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 do. Oh, you folks heading back too? Yeah, sorry to keep you waiting. Yeah, well, the other passengers are already on board. Hurry up and get in. I shall. Like I said earlier, I plan to uncover the identity of the counterfeit dealer on the bus ride. Let's think things through and figure it out before we reach Crossbell City. Gotcha. We are in a race against time. No time to waste then, shall we? Let's do this. So there's going to be, I think, 2 different choices that you can make here for extra DP. So that's a fun little deal. We're on a bus! Being on a bus is awesome. First off, we should sort through all the information we have on the counterfeit ring. The group of counterfeit dealers split up and entered Crossbell via the train station, airport, and Tangram Gate. At least according to the report given by Donovan. Yes, that's right. If the report is accurate, our culprit should be one of the passengers on this bus. With that information, we can deduce one infallible truth. The counterfeit dealer who boarded this bus is... So you want to say working independently for 1 bonus DP? Working independently. From that, we can conclude that this is likely the ring's leader. Whoa, seriously? Would the leader be working solo with no backup? It's possible, but what's your reasoning behind that? It's relatively simple to explain. For them to sell their merchandise, they have to transport their counterfeit goods into Crossbell, right? Naturally, it seems odd for them to be using the bus route to Tangram Gate. Yes, now that you mention it. If I were a counterfeit dealer, I would make my friends enter Crossbell via train or airship. Unlike the border gates, the station and airport do not require as strict security screenings for people from the Republic or the Empire. On top of that, smuggling goods is a tricky business, handing off the dirty work to underlines in the name of the game. Oh, and by process of elimination, our culprit already ordered his goons to smuggle through the station and airport. With that out of the way, he's free to nonchalantly enter Crossbell like a baseball player. Is that kind of what you're getting at, Lloyd? Couldn't have summed it up better. It's circumstantial evidence, but it still holds some weight. When we apply that logic to this case, people traveling in pairs can be ruled out, so the siblings and father and son are clear. Exactly, but there's something else. When I was questioning the passengers, one of them said something fishy. That person is most likely the leader of the counterfeit ring. Something fishy, eh? There are 5 remaining suspects. The eccentric old man who claims he came to Crossbell to fish. The kind old lady who claims she came to Crossbell to see her grandchild for the first time in 3 years. The dark-haired woman shrouded in mystery. The young girl who seemed to distrust the dark-haired woman. And the merchant who says he travels back and forth between Crossbell and the Republic. Is one of them really the culprit? Yeah, I think I've got them pinned down. Among the suspects, the leader of the counterfeit dealer must be... So you want to say the elderly woman for 2 extra DP? The elderly woman. E positive? Definitely. Yeah, given the evidence, it wouldn't make sense for the counterfeit dealer to be anyone else. I guess that's true. The bus will be arriving at Crossbell's east exit momentarily. While disembarking, please remember to take all personal belongings with you. We will arrive shortly. It's now or never. Once we arrive, we'll hurry and apprehend the suspect. Everyone, get ready. Don't have to tell me twice. Remember, Lloyd, it's up to you to get the suspect to drop their cover. You up to the challenge? Of course. Leave it to me. And leave it to Beaver. I mean, it usually is who you would least expect. So... And the old woman is probably who you would least expect. You know what I'm talking about? Da-na-na-da-da. Could you please wait a moment? Oh, if it isn't those fine young folk I met at the border. What might you dearies need with a little old lady like myself? We apologize for not having told you this sooner, but we're with the Crossbell Police, Special Support Section. We'd like for you to answer a few quick questions, ma'am. Excuse me, Sonny. Are you implying something? What am I guilty of? No matter the situation, isn't it rude to bother a frail old lady like myself? I understand your reservation, but the CPD received some interesting information today. A certain group of criminals are supposedly trying to infiltrate Crossbell. We were tasked with investigating Tangram Gate, so we covertly questioned any inbound tourists there. One of them stood out due to a particularly strange remark. That remark came from you, ma'am. What's that supposed to mean, son? One of your statements in the dining hall struck me as incredibly suspicious. I believe you claim that it's been about 3 years since you last came to Crossbell. And? What's so strange about that? The area in Calvert I'm from isn't very close to Crossbell. There's nothing weird about me visiting infrequently. I wasn't suggesting any of the sort. The problem is what followed. You said you went on to the theme park with your grandson during your last visit, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I see the issue. You sly dog, you. Your fate has already been sealed, ma'am. I'm not following. It's quite simple, really. If you had really visited Crossbell 3 years ago like you claimed, you two would have had trouble visiting Michelin Wonderland, considering it didn't even exist at the time. Dun dun dun! What? This can't be. You see, the thing is... oh yeah, this is all a misunderstanding. Silly old me must have read about it somewhere and got myself confused. You know how it is with us elderly folks, right? Uh-huh. Oh, it was a misunderstanding. No problem. Do you mind if we give your grandson's family a quick call to corroborate your story? I'm sure they'd be quick to defend you if the police suspected you, right? Then again, that's not even an option. You can't call someone who isn't real. It's pretty funny when you think about it. You went to visit a non-existent theme park with a non-existent grandson. This type of mistake would have only been possible for someone who has visited Crossville in the last 2 years. Frequently coming here to run your crooked business is exactly what allowed for that contradiction in your statement. I have no idea what you're talking about. Do you seriously think a kind elderly lady like myself would be heinous enough to pawn off counterfeit goods on unsuspecting people? I do believe you just put the final nail in your coffin, ma'am. Not once during this exchange did we specify the crime in question. Ho ho ho! Oh, crap. We'd have fought for one of the oldest tricks in the book, yelled Bat. I think it's about time you face the music. I am sure you have a perfectly logical explanation as to why you have access to sensitive information. We will be more than happy to listen to you in our interrogation room. So that's that, right? I'll give you one last chance, ma'am. Please turn yourself in peacefully or else. Who'd go along with a bunch of idiotic whippersnappers? What? Eek! She's gone off her rocker. Her true nature has finally been revealed. You're all just a bunch of cowards trying to deceive a helpless old lady like myself. I'm sure the goddess will smite you all if you don't correct your nasty behavior. It is honestly laughable you can utter such nonsense without a hint of irony. Are you not guilty of deceiving others with your unscrupulous business? Shut up, you damn munchkin! Munchkin? I hate you! I hate you all! This is exactly what the police and bracers are trash! I bet you think you're so righteous. Maybe you morons should get off your freaking high horses. Calm down, ma'am. If you could just come with us quiet. Zip it, punk! Got cotton in your ears? I said I'm not going with you. Don't make me repeat myself again. No, don't make me repeat myself. If you think you can catch me so easily, then why don't you go ahead and try me? Seriously? How can an old lady move so quickly? What the hell did that whole nice grandma you'd ever meet charade disappear off to? Munchkin? Is it really the time for this, you guys? We need to hurry up and chase after her, or else she might actually escape. True. Let's go after her. Let's attack aggressively, even. Don't underestimate you freaking brat. Just wait and see I forge these legs of mine through the struggle of climbing mountains. Back in my youth. Ack! Hey, it's that one woman. I think we know who that actually is. Oh dear, I must have accidentally stuck my leg out while I wasn't looking. Are you still breathing, madam? You bitch! What the hell do you think you're doing? I see that despite your age, you have energy to spare. Crap, considering how fast she was running. Look over there, Lloyd! Huh? What's she doing on the ground all of a sudden? Do-do-do. Hey, check it out! The hot black-haired girl's here, too. Wait, hold on a sec. Did you do this? We can talk later. I suggest you restrain her while you have the chance. This woman seemed to have some serious pep in her step, so I'm sure she'll be coming to in no time at all. Damn you! Good call, ma'am. You mind helping me out, Ellie? Not at all. Time to cuff her. I apologize, but could you accompany us for the time being? Especially since it would seem that you played a significant role in the arrest. You're under arrest. Very well. I wasn't intending on standing out, but perhaps this is simply fate. Rest easy, ma'am. It'd be an absolute pleasure to escort such a fine lady as yourself. Do-do-do-do-do. She's being interrogated, didn't you know? Could I ask for your name, then? Ha! Like I'd give my name to some scrawny little brat like you. So, scrawny? Listen here, Granny. Do you have any idea the position you're in? You're aware we've already arrested all of your friends, right? So can it and start cooperating already. Shut your yap, you little shit! Didn't your parents teach you any manners? You're talking to a lady, yeah? Don't you know it's common courtesy to serve her a cup of tea or something? Huh? Okay, sure. I'll bring it later. Have fun with that one. Is Raymond gonna be alright handling her by himself? She's a tough nut, that's for sure. But don't worry, he'll be fine. Besides, this is a secure facility. She won't be getting out of here anytime soon. I don't know. Somehow I could see her brute forcing her way out of anything. I agree. Munchkin style. By the way, who's the beautiful young lady over there? You know, now that you mentioned it, I never asked her. Excuse me, ma'am. We're gonna need your name and occupation, please, for police business, of course. Kilika Rorin, at your service. I knew it! It's Kilika from the Sky Games. I'm a Calvardian entertainment producer. You know, except not really, but... I came to Crossbell, well, let's say it was by chance. Kilika, eh? Gotta say, I dig it. And you're a producer to boot. You definitely look the part. And I mean that in the best of ways. She helped us apprehend the suspect, Inspector Donovan. Is that right? Excuse our poor manners, ma'am. The CPD thanks you for your invaluable cooperation. If you like, I'm sure we can scrounge up a reward for you. Can't guarantee it'll be much, though. Please, it's quite alright. I didn't do anything much. Certainly not enough to warrant a reward. Well, if you're sure. If I'm being honest, it's a real relief to hear you say that. Please remain professional, Inspector. Actually, I've been wondering, how did the stakeouts at the train station and airport go? Oh, that. Luckily, the other dealers were caught and arrested. On top of that, we were able to confiscate all of the counterfeit items they were carrying. So if all goes according to plan, they'll be out of business for the rest of the year. Rest of the year? Are you saying they'll be getting off the hook with only minor charges? It's looking like it's going to be a stern warning and an entry ban prohibiting them from entering Crossbell for 1 month. That's it? They're not even going to be detained? That's the justice system for you. Rat bastages. So, what you really saying is that all our work didn't amount to jack? Tio said it before. According to state law, it's only a minor criminal offense. And since they're foreigners, we can't do much. Trust me, I understand how disheartening it can be, but this is as much as we can do. Now, don't be discouraged. You four did fine work today. Especially when you consider the fact that they'll be out of commission for the festival. Chief, please help me. Uh-oh. Raymond's having a hard time. Whoops, it sounds like Raymond needs saving. Anyway, good work. We'll be counting on you guys if anything comes up again. Thank you, Inspector. You can give us a call any time. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Crossbell's authority really is as weak as the rumors say. Well, I suppose I cannot be surprised about that. What do you mean? Laws exist to protect the well-being of those who live under them, and yet... Crossbell's laws seem designed for the sole purpose of keeping it obedient to Erebonia and Calvard. I imagine that's something you've run up against on more than one occasion, yes? I imagine it must be extremely frustrating. Even so, I think all of you can hold your heads high. Fighting against an unjust status quo is admirable. Though I suppose it's none of my business as a Calvardian. Regardless, I'd advise you to not give up. I'm sure your efforts will pay off one day. Maybe. Kilika. So, now that that's all settled, what's your plan? I reserved a room for myself in one of the Entertainment District's hotels. I plan on staying there during my visit. We'd be more than happy to show you the way there if you'd like. I appreciate the gesture, but don't worry. I'm well acquainted with the city. You said the entertainment district? Does that perhaps have something to do with the motive behind your visit? You are a sharp one, aren't you? That's right, I've come to see Arc and Ciel. If possible, I was hoping to get them to agree to performing in the Republic. A tour, perhaps. You're looking to book them? Why, of course. Arc and Ciel is an enchanting septium vein, lying dormant in Crossbell. Have they the charisma to capture Calvard with their magical shows? Can they create a vortex of enthusiasm for theater there? Determining this is my main job here in Crossbell. Interesting. So when she was talking about a jewel at Tangram Gate, she was talking about Arc and Ciel all along. You're an interesting bunch. Still diamonds in the rough to be sure, but there's definitely something pure and true inside of you. And you're professionals as well. Deducing who the culprit was like that wasn't something that comes to people easily. Let's both do our best from here on out, okay? Yeah. Thank you for your assistance again, Kilika. If there's anything you need while you're here, please don't hesitate to contact us. We'd love an opportunity to return the favor. If the opportunity arises, I'll be sure to do so. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I'll be off. Nice. Kilika! Then where's Zen at? This request was more than I was expecting. You're telling me? But hey, thanks to all that, I was able to meet one fine lady. Man, I've seen my share of beautiful gals from out east, but damn, that Kilika is on another level. You are incorrigible. Huh. Well, at least he didn't say it in front of her, I guess. Is everyone ready to get going? Quest exposing the counterfeit dealers completed. Do and such.